So there's a lot of sewing, a lot of sewing, knitting, crochet, all that needs to be done. And me and my ADD, my OCD, my OPP, not OPP, not that, just keeps getting stuck. Like, look at my nose ring going that way. Okay. So I just don't be finishing projects. And we got to change things. Okay? And so come with me, work with me, help me. We gonna finish this hat. Okay. I'm going on to TikTok. I'm gonna go live on TikTok. And then when I get on TikTok, we gonna get busy. I'm gonna set this thing up and we gonna get busy. We gonna finish this hat today. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all the story about the hat. We gonna get into it. I got my laptop right here. Y'all, I'm very much iron deficient and everything. I am. I can't wait to hit menopause. Ain't that weird? Isn't that weird to say something like that? But I can't be keep losing blood. So we not even get ready to sit up here and deal with that right now. I'm gonna get this station set up and we gonna finish this hat. Finish this hat with me. This hat. Let's get on TikTok. Wait, account status what? TikTok get on my nerves so bad. Real real bad. Cause it's like every time I post a head did something and I ain't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Y'all hit the like. I don't know why. Y'all don't be wanting to hit the like, but oh, that looks so good. Oh my God, why are you showing me this, bro? Y'all, I need junk. Hit the Cash App, okay? I need y'all to hit the Cash App because I broke, okay? Hit the Cash App so I can give me some junk food, all right? It's that time of the month. And I just did a little workout. I'm going to do another one today because I had to do that one real quick because I'm kind of behind. But I need y'all. I need y'all to hit that damn Cash App. So as soon as I get my audience straight with let me get on TikTok. We gonna get fit. Y'all gonna help me finish this hat. We gonna work it out. We gonna work through it. Hold on, let me get this on in here. Because projects need to be finished, okay? And I've been looking at this hat for a while now. What's up, Chad? Thank you. Thank you for hitting the like button too. Thank you. I've got too many projects that I put to the side. And I started this hat and I still have more of this fabric. I love this fabric. I love this fabric. And it kind of got off of where I was trying to go with it. And I did have a very good idea of how I want to finish it because I'm just doing all kind of different hats and stuff. I got a whole bunch of patterns and everything. But with hold on, y'all, I gotta put my title in. Of course, I can't talk and get it right at the same time. I'm gonna put some feathers, some beads. It's a bucket style hat. Okay. And I'm making it a little thicker. It's just, it's gonna be a little different. And I put some ridges in there. Like I got some, but we'll show you. Gold metallic. I'm using gold metallic thread here. It's supposed to be one of them, you know. And I'm thinking with the rest of the fabric, because I don't have too much, but I have just enough. And I really like this fabric. I can't remember where I got it from, but it was a bag of, I think I bought a big bag of scrap fabric. And I've been loving this fabric ever since. And I'm just like, what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do with it? So I put a little bit of cushion on the inside of it. I got a little thin wire right here on the brim so I can do different things with it. And I envisioned it being a straight up bucket hat. But then sometimes when you start a project, it just takes on another turn. And I'm gonna be doing something different with this hat. So the rest of the fabric, I might do some kind of shawl. I was thinking about a bag, but I'm thinking about, like, for this fabric, I've always seen it in like some kind of nice jacket or shawl or some kind of throw over, just something, you know. I'm like, I don't know, my mind is kind of 70s with everything. And I got disappointed. I set the hat down and I left it. And I'm gonna finish this hat because that can happen with me, or my brain just be all over the place and I be so creative. I will think of something else that I want to make or sketch or whatever, and I'll start on a different project, and then I just have a bunch of unfinished projects. And I don't do New Year's resolutions, but we gotta cut that out. I gotta find a stand to put this phone on so it can stand up. And I don't think this is gonna be good enough. But what's up, y'all, on TikTok? Hit the like. I'm just getting set up. All right, let me see if I can sit you right here. If I didn't have to charge it, that would work. But the charger is apparently gonna get in the way, so I'm gonna have to go get another tripod. Okay, so y'all just gonna have to follow me because I started the live and I don't want to set you down. So I'm going to grab another tripod and set y'all up, and we gonna finish this hat today. So I got the gold metallic trim for the hat. I thought about putting some rivets on it, y'all, but I'm gonna let y'all tell me. Okay, hold on one second, computer over here. Since I'm kind of winging it and, you know, went off script, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing, and then, you know, I'm gonna let you help me decide on a couple of things. Cause, you know, sometimes these projects, they go like this, man. They be trying to have, you can't let it win, man. Okay? You seen your Michael Jackson song for the, you can't win. All right? And just finish it. Just do it. Don't run from it. Do it. Do it. And I set that thing right on top of my sewing machine. I set this hat on top of my sewing machine. And I said it's going to sit right there until I finish it. I'm not going to change the thread. I'm not going to take the top off the sewing machine. I'm going to show y'all. Okay? I'm going to show y'all. It's going to sit right there just like that. That side is dirty, so I got to clean that camera lens. It's going to sit right there. And if I'm going to sew one more thing, it's going to be this hat, right? So all the other projects I've been wanting to work on, I've been getting madder and madder because it's something blocking me from finishing that hat. And I said, we can't do this no more. Let me get a tripod, y'all, for my TikTok. This one has a light attached. We'll go with that. And today, I'm emotional too, cause I just y'all missed it. YouTube, y'all missed it, cause on TikTok I did a workout. I did a workout of a series that I'm just getting ready to start, and it was how to get rid of PMS. Cause that's how I woke up this morning, right? I'm like, oh, forget all this, forget the cramps, forget all that. I love to work out. I work out every day. So part one was just me doing a workout. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, but it's gonna be members only because is this broke? When you go on TikTok, you can post music, but on YouTube you can't play other people music. No, 5 jumping jacks is not gonna get rid of no PMS, honey. It is a series of things um, that would do it. But if you haven't, I'm talking about you're already there. You don't have days ahead of time worth of preparation that you can do. I'm talking about exercises that not only makes it go away, it makes everything, it makes sure everything less. Okay, and without being specific, because we all hate it. Yeah, we all hate it. But and today that I lifted enough weights today, even though I didn't have a full workout. I lifted enough weights to where everybody's safe. Okay, nobody's gonna get punched in the face, hopefully, because when I go out that door, don't bother me. Don't y'all Atlanteans come up to me with no BS, because I can't promise you. I can't promise you gonna be safe, because I'm on a short one today. All right, but I feel good every time I work out. I love to lift weights and all that. So I'm gonna get this light popping, and we gonna finish this dang on hat. I wish I could play music in the background, but I'm gonna tell you, them crunches way better than jumping jacks. And most of the time, people, when you PMS, and you can't even do no jumping jacks. Now the rebounder, yes, the rebounder that you jump on, heck yeah, cause that bouncing is what gets your lymphatic juices flowing, and you are doing a not a cleanse. That's not the word I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna drop it. I'm not gonna kill myself. Let's try to think of the word. I don't know why it's not coming up right now, but you get rid of toxins. Put it that way. Throw them hands in the air. I love jumping on trampoline. So much fun. So much fun. To me, nothing don't feel better than working out. Nothing. But I want y'all to follow me now on my adventures, because y'all know I'm geeky. So, I'm going to be on the island in a minute, and we going to be, we fighting this fight. And we'll talk about that some other time, but we fighting this fight. And y'all, I'm going to start vlogging more and take y'all on these adventures with me to the island. But let me go get charger. Actually, I can plug it up right here for the light. Get this little charger that I gave bad reviews from the TikTok shop. It still don't get no higher score, but it comes in handy for a quick little minute. But taking it with you and relying on it, nah. Something quick and fast, because it takes forever to charge and it dies so quickly. Yeah. The light is not. Ooh, okay, it's on. Jeez, Louise. Let's dim it a little bit or something. Do I want to be blue today? I don't know why, but I want to be blue. I want to be blue online. Okay, I want to be blue. Blue. Okay, let's dim it just a little bit. And then, can we be blue? Yes. Yes, okay. Maybe I'll make me a character. See, I'm gonna have to go get another charger because for some reason it just seemed like it don't want to fit well in here. I'm not understanding that. And it just keep coming out. Okay, let's try this again. Get my blue color and then dim it down some. I'm pale as hell too, y'all. I'm pale. So, I mean, I don't think it's been cloudy all week. It's gonna be cloudy, so I can't. I'm not gonna go out there and bathe in the sun today. I broke 2 nails. They're gonna sit to the side. Yes, yes. And we were about that when I get finished. But we gonna finish this hat. Okay, we gonna finish this hat right freaking now. Make sure I got a trash bag for my clippings, my shavings. I'm gonna turn my heat pad on because I am still kind of cramping a little bit. Bloated as all get out, okay? But it's all good, y'all. Coming back in a second. Coming back in a second. She is. Yes, sir. So, let me see. What was I getting? A trash bag. I'm gonna have my trash can over here. Okay, a trash bag. Wish I had some chips. some. I'm sitting on my pillow pad. I'm gonna put my heating pad. I'm gonna wrap it around me. Turn that sucker on. I might even take my boots off because I got my boots on. Okay, that's not how we do it. Okay. So put the heat on my little belly here. Trash bag. About to drop my clippers in. I need to make one of these, like a scrap, a little cup, like a little edge, a little pad that you hang off the edge of your desk, and then it has like a cup, so then you can just scrape your cuttings or whatnot in there. But until I finish this hat, I'm not allowing myself to work on any other projects. So here we go. Here we go. I'm going to create a tangled mess, right? Tangle my hair just to get it. I don't want to touch my hair. I'm really in that mood today. Ladies, y'all know exactly what it is, baby. What it is, baby. But I'm not finna let it stop me from being. I don't care how frustrated or what I am. I'm just gonna keep it moving. All right, let me plug my big girl up. I know she missed me. I know she missed her mama. She said, "Bobby girl, where you been? Why we ain't making nothing? I still got this gold metallic thread in me. So it must be the why do I want to play that? Must be the hat. You still stuck on that hat?" Not after today. So let me show y'all where I'm going with this. This is the hat. Okay, I told y'all before about this fabric. If you was here, you was here. If you're not, you're not. So, you need to stop. You know that's not even whatever. But and I'll check y'all comments in a minute. Let me get the story out. So I have a ton of hats that I've designed, and I love to wear hats. And I want to make all of my designs. I'm talking about every type of hat, pretty much that there is. And I started on this one from this fabric that I had, this scrap fabric. I have enough to wear. I'm gonna make some kind of sweet little swing jacket or some kind of throw, like it's gonna be a nice little suave little jacket. But this is a cross between not a cowboy hat, but like a bucket hat, kind of sort of. And I don't know. I'm thinking 70s, you know, that's how I was thinking. And I'm using gold metallic thread. Gold metallic thread, right? I don't know, I just started doing something. And I do have some wire. I have some wire here it's very, very thin. I use very, very thin wire so that when you turn it, you know, it's gonna kind of stay however you turn it in different positions. And then, I don't know, I just started going somewhere else with it. I started doing this own thing. Then I was like, what am I doing? Where am I going with this? So then I started changing it, and I had it all figured out, but then I just didn't, I don't know, I think I just didn't like it anymore. I don't often go through this with my projects, but for some reason, with this one, I just did. And I got so frustrated, I just put it down, I left it. But we're going to finish it. It's not as bad as you think sometimes. And I think my biggest issue is that I know I have a limited amount of fabric in this when I have tons of fabric like in other things. But this is just a bag of scrap fabric that I bought, and I have adored it so much. I love the colors, I love the pattern, everything. I love it. It's more like a canvas, but I put some cushion in here so the hat is kind of it's soft. I put cushion, just a little layer of cushion, so it'll be, and I have like a little puffiness but a little softness, right? And yeah, I know, y'all, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much, but sometimes it happens, and then it makes you abandon the project. Put it to the side, you abandon it. And I'm like, no, I have to force myself to do it. Because sometimes I don't want to touch it because I'm like, I'm not feeling it today. Like my brain, I'm just not feeling it. And I don't want to I don't want to mess it up, make it worse. However, that's just me getting in my own way. So let me get my little tool chest out the way. I'm gonna need actually some tools out of here because I'm going to add some jewels to it. I'm gonna add some feathers. And I think once I start doing that, let's see, then I will start to get excited about it. Not that I'm not excited about it, but I will start to see. I got some jewels, I got some beads, I got some shells. And it's not something that I actually designed, y'all. But it's something that I just started doing, and I let it go trying to go wherever it was going. And then that kind of got thrown off. You know, one little thing was off, and then I was like, eh. So here we are. Just doing too damn much, but not enough because it hadn't made yet. So I'm going to do some hand sewing. I'm going to take one of these hand needles and ow, that must be an upside down. I better pay attention to what I'm doing. As soon as I look up to look at the dang on chat, I got an upside down needle stick me in my finger. What a way to get started. What a way to get started. So at least y'all can hit the like at minimum. Hit the like, share, give me a comment, say what you want to say, ask what you want to ask. You know, you can do that, baby. You can do that. I am a seamstress. I am a designer. I'm actually in school to be a costume designer. I have been making my own shit. I'm talking about everything. From not only just hats and bags and clothes and all that, from just everything. I've been making my own thing. I have designs that are out the wazoo. I do plan on doing some classes on here eventually. So I'm going to take this necklace that I made a while back for somebody, and it just never went anywhere. And I'm going to attach it to the hat. Then I have a combination of, I'm gonna put this needle right here. I have a combination of feathers that I want to use. Some ostrich feathers. And I pulled out a couple of colors. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the colors, but we'll see. At the time, it kind of seemed like I was feeling like I want to use the feathers. The colors, you know, but I might just go with the ostriches by themselves. I don't know. Y'all, I really don't know. And I always know. I always know. Good. You know, I'm going to let this be exciting. So the thread that I'm using for the entire project, which not just it, some of it, these are my metallic, my embroidery type threads. And I was going to put some of this red in here. And that's if I decided to use the feathers, mix it up a bit. But probably not. I only have one red and I could really use it somewhere else where it makes sense. But I have a lot of gold, so I'm just using this gold here. And it's not something that's going to stick out, but it's going to be very subtle, and you're going to be able to see it. Of course, you're going to see it in the light and everything, because every stitch is of that metallic thread. So it's a little, but it's a lot. Okay, it's a little, but it's a lot. And I'm doing ridges. I decided to put columns all in here. I think what made me initially start to feel a way about where this was going was that once I started putting my columns in, I realized that I should have had thicker. Like I should have put more than just this. I should have made it thicker. But maybe that's not going to be that bad. I don't know. So I'm going to get some thread. I'm thinking either I'm going to use clear thread or I'm just going to stick with the metallic to sew on this. And I'm going to take this piece off here. Let's see, how do I have that? So it would be best because once I cut this, it's going to cut the chain. So I made this chain a while ago, and this is tiger iron. This is real tiger iron crystals. And then we just have beads. We have wood beads here. And then we have, as you can see, the color sequence is black, red, and gold. Now let me measure it around, because I'm going to do it around the hat. So I'll make this attachment. Let me get some stick pins. I have another hat cut here that I want to do next. I got quite a bit of this particular fabric, and I wanted to do a shirt originally when I bought this fabric. This native fabric here, because I am native to this land. Okay, I'm not only Geechee, I'm Indian, like real, like American Indian. Yeah. But this is a bucket hat for sure. I used I had bought a bunch of scrap tablecloth fabric, and I took the shred. So this is gonna be reversible, and I got 2 of these cut, but they're slightly different. Okay, so this is gonna be, ooh, hit my lip. This is gonna be a bucket hat, and it's gonna have, one of the hats is gonna have red on one side, and then the native red and white on this side. And then the other one is gonna be like a block. It's gonna be, the hat gonna be block colors. It's gonna be a remix of block. And I did get started on it. But like this is the side, the brim. So it's gonna be like this, and then it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be a bucket hat. Yeah. See, I got started on it and I stopped it. I left it to, see all that? Gotta stop. I don't do New Year's resolutions, but all that gotta stop. It's gotta stop, because I don't even know why I stopped doing. Oh, I know what happened. I had some problems with the thread I was using in the machine. I don't know what's going on with my girl, but for some reason, she's giving me problems when I use those big old, extremely big spools of thread. And then too, it matters like the type of thread, the thickness of the thread, and all that. And I just kept getting another bobbin, doing it over, and she kept getting caught up. So I said, I'm just going to switch projects, and then I switched to this hat. Now I'm gonna cut this, but before I put this on, I'm gonna have to fix this part, because I still haven't finished, because this is where my feathers and stuff gonna go, and I still gotta finish up with this part right here. But in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna put this necklace all the way around this hat. So I got my little beads and shells or whatnot picked out to the side. Get my stick pins. Gonna put this on here and get it done, because she holding me up. She holding me up. And then I can't wait to get to see what, because it's gonna depend on how much of the fabric it is, because it's really not that much left. But I want to see what I'm gonna make to go with it, because I can do like a shawl or swing jacket easily. You know, it may not be something that, you know, I'll be able to add a closure to it, because one thing I like about being able to sew my own stuff is that I can add pockets where I want pockets. I can put buttons and zippers, you know, add a little secret compartment. I can do anything I want to do. And so I don't like buying any type of jacket or whatever that I can't really close up front, or buying something that don't have no pockets. That really frustrates me. Okay. So I cannot take this all the way around without, I didn't realize the end, either the end came off or I had cut it and forgot. But so that I almost lost this bead. Let me see if I can get it back on there. So this is, I have a lot of crystals, y'all, different shapes, different sizes, different types. And these are tiger iron. And just like it says in the name iron, it has iron. It's iron based. Y'all know crystals come from the earth. All right, so I'll have to put that back on. Let me just set that to the side. So I'm glad I caught this because I would have messed around and had all these beads come off of here. Okay. So I'm gonna have to figure the best way to do this. I can put this half from here to here. And then when I cut it, actually this would be a better way to do it. So I'm gonna do it like this. Get some more stick pins. So I'm gonna take this half of it, pin it on here. And so y'all know I really can be in the chat and all of that like that. You like, oh, thank you. That's nice. So that means you might be part of my tribe. You know, I don't like it when people come over here and they realize that, you know, I'm not, you know, they not my target audience or they not part of my tribe. But instead of just leaving, because, you know, it's so many other people online. Oh, so many other people online. They be like, take that out your nose. How you sound? This my nose. You not my mama or grandma. They all dead. Take that out your nose. Now, you would be cute if you did. What? Oh, well, I'm sorry I don't meet your, you know, qualifications, but hey. That's all I can say. Try another day. Yeah. But yeah, like, I think sometimes they think they gonna make me feel away, and that's impossible. Like, make me regret or wish I didn't have. I don't know what the goal is on that, because I'm like, there's nothing you can say that's gonna, like, if you don't approve of somebody, then that's just not for you, bro. That's all that is. You know? But your non-approval is not. So I got enough to do it and cut it right here at the little, take the little thing off of it. And then it'll fit right there. Okay. Cool. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I really like this. Some of these tiger irons, I'm noticing an extra little, like the pattern is a little different. I like that. But I'm thinking I'm gonna take this bead pattern that I have here. Actually, what I have left might be enough for a bracelet. Actually, it's not. It's the hand. Now, will it go around my wrist? Yes. So it probably still would be enough for a bracelet, because I don't have to get my hands in it. It just needs to fit around my wrist. So like if I were to fit it around my wrist, so I'm probably going to take the rest of it and make a matching bracelet. So whenever I wear the hat, I can wear the bracelet. Then I may do a necklace or some earrings to match it. So that can be a necklace. So whenever I step out with this hat. So now all I have to do is just put a pin in. I need to, where are my safety pins? I got them everywhere. But I'm trying to think of what will hold this place so I know exactly where to cut it. My beads over here. Oops, 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 oops. Where y'all going, TikTok? I don't know why this thing is so loose like that. But the swivel part is like really, really loose. Probably, I don't know what's making it like that. But y'all keep swinging over here, swinging over there. Won't stay still. So I might end up having to get another. But not really. I have this thing. And see, this is the gun case my gun came in. I've already designed a couple of shoulder sling bags for the gun. And then you can just put your hand in there and grab it out real quick from the back. The gun gonna be in the back pouch. And so I gotta make it because I don't like this case. I'm not carrying my gun in this case. And then it's no quick access when you got it zipped all up in here. So somebody come bother me, you know. You know. So if y'all passing through, give me some love, share me out. Just say hey. They make it real easy for you to do that. And, you know, if you want to leave, you can leave. It's all good. You don't need my permission to leave, but, you know, you can leave, baby. I ain't gonna cry. No, I ain't gonna cry. So I just got my stick pins in here. Let's see what we got in here that I can use. Ooh. Pick it up now. It'll never be found. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little pin in it right here. Next to this red one. A clip. So now I know how I need to cut and prep this for the wrapping on here. And I know to keep the beads on because I have enough for a matching bracelet. Go girl, go girl, go girl. Yep, that's me, that's me. All right, cool. It's so cloudy today, but whatever. It could be colder, so I'm glad about that. In ATL shouty. ATL shouty. All right, so we good on that. I got all this thread. Not sure where I was gonna go with this. So I bought some. I pulled out some of my browns, tans, some of my reds and oranges, and I was just like, if the thread is gonna show in any possible way, what color thread am I gonna be okay with? And I just went with the metallic. I just have to get it on metallic. It's all the way through. Like when these projects be getting me like this, I'll be like, man, come on now. Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do me. Let's be great, bro. Let's be great. You know. Let's be great. Let's move on. It's so many things I want to make. So you can't let one get you stuck, you know, or make you run. Don't run. Don't run. You know, don't run from it. So I made that thing sit up here on top of my sewing machine, and every day, every time I look at it, I'd be like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Get ready for this hat, boo. I'm like, you gonna get who? Like, I'm gonna get you. Like, you gonna get who? I'm gonna get you. So I think I'm gonna find a topic that we can listen to in the background. Something that is positive, because I can't do music TikTok because we are on YouTube. And YouTube got its downside, just like TikTok got its downside. You know, TikTok has all the cool ass filters and shit. I get to be blue or whatever. And let me see where I'm gonna put this cover. Keep the dust out, my girl. I'm gonna show y'all my girl. She's a Genome HD Black Edition. You know, Black Edition, Big Mama, heavy duty. You can look at her. You can see her. You can look, but don't touch. Okay. All right. That's my girl. And I clearly need to clean my back cameras. I got the camera thing over it, then I got the case over it, so that's a thing too. But I just need to get another case, because I had to put those little coverings over it, because this camera case does not have a covering for my back cameras, and they were like getting scratched up or whatever. So it's some dust on the table, so I'm gonna need to clean off the table. I'm gonna need to give me something to drink. Wish I had some. I don't be wanting nothing until it's, you know, when it's that time of the month, it be like, you pregnant, you want everything. All right, I'm probably gonna need some more light, so I'm gonna have to get my light shining over here so I can see real good. All right, get me something to drink, and then and get something clean off the table, and we going down. Let's see what we gonna watch though, so I can have something we can talk about in the background. Probably give Crazy Top. Oh, I shouldn't even read that. I forgot. I'm gonna start reading y'all comments, because y'all be doing it too much, and I'm not gonna let you. No, I'm not gonna let you just come in here like that. Okay, so let's talk about Gypsy. I mean, that's not positive, but it doesn't have to be that bad. Because, you know, they're not that people don't stay on her, but they're back on her again. And I already told y'all. I told y'all back then when they were doing her trial and everything. I told y'all, hi, Philip. Thank you for coming in here saying something nice. I told y'all that the homegirl did that. She did that. You know, and a lot of us know she did that. It doesn't matter. It matters, of course, but I'm saying I'm not referencing it to, I'm not talking about, was the mama wrong? I'm just talking about the mother was taken away from here, right? Okay, cool. Gypsy Rose is the one who is responsible the most for what happened to her mother. She orchestrated it, she planned it, and she actually participated in the actual act. Regardless of why. However, one thing is clear also, her mother wasn't harming her at that time. Whether you think she harmed her in life, her mother was, okay, there's laws. Some states have stay your ground law, blah, blah, blah. In Georgia, hey, if I say, boy, go ahead and leave me alone, just go ahead and do that. Because if I pull out and I bust you open, and I say self-defense, I don't have to leave the area to try to avoid conflict with you. You're supposed to leave me alone. Okay, and you don't, then I don't even have to, they're not gonna, it's not about questioning at that time, was this reasonable force? Like, you had some wire cutters and I had a GUN. What's up, Beans? Was I wrong? Did I do too much? Should I just put my thing down? No, I had it. It's for defense. You bother me. I'm concerned about what you're gonna do to me. Take my life, whatever. Try to take my goodies or something. And boom, 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 boom. I had to do that. I don't have to retreat. And in some states, stand your ground might be a little different. But for overall, if you're going to harm somebody and take their life, you need to be able to say to the courts, right? When you go to court, they need to be able to establish that that person was harming you, or you were in fear of them harming you. You were being threatened. You were in danger. You felt like your life was in danger. If you just walking down the street and then somebody come up and they just take you away from here, that's a whole nother story. Then y'all got into it. You were afraid for some reason. They were beating you up. You see what I'm saying? Her mama wasn't doing nothing to her at that time. That's what I'm trying to say. At that time, she wasn't attacking her or nothing. Okay. All these videos we're seeing of her being seductive and stuff online, everything we know about court and know about through the court, and the things that didn't make it to court, about all the things she was up to. She had men. She liked to role play. She liked to make tons and tons of videos for her man. I mean, I like her get down. The role play. Hey, I'm in costume design. Give me a Comic-Con all day. Wait till I make my Wonder Woman suit. Wait, y'all gonna see me on here with my little shit on. I love to dress up, role play, all that. It's wonderful. So I would never knock her for that kind of play. That makes a relationship interesting. Hey, meet me at the store. Come to Walmart, and I'm there, and act like you don't know me and shit. And we shopping, and you be like, "What's up?" Do your thing. Holla at me. Put it down. Even say some shit that I wouldn't agree with. Like normally if a guy approached me like that, I'd be like, "That's corny, whatever." you know, I know you. We in character. So you got a character that you play at certain times, and I know how he get down. You know how the character I play get down. So when you Tom and I'm Sue, we Tom and Sue. Hey, next time we might meet up at the bar, and we might be somebody, on a little different side. You could play a little country boy. Why have your hat on? And I might be, I don't know. It's just the mind. When you're creative, it never stops. That is the funniest shit in the world. You get to be other people. Oh my God. It is so fun. So I love that about her, that, she was able to bring out all these different characters, and they were having this um, romantic play that they did. A lot of people, talking all this junk about it, but what? Y'all probably do the same. It's boring, bro. That's fun. I like that. She even had costumes and shit. But if her mother was such a hawk and a stalker, how was she allowing her daughter to buy? First of all, buy all the corsets and everything. Baby, I gotta make my corsets. I love corsets. I wish I did have a corset for every day of the week. I gotta get past this hat though first, right? Okay, cool. We gonna do that. But this corsets ain't cheap. She had corsets, bras, and wigs and things. Yeah, I've been wearing this same, wig. She had plenty of freeway and leeway to do what she wanted to do. Okay, she ran away to go be with dudes. Her mom had to even come get her one time. She had money to send to these dudes. She sent Nick money. She was in on the websites for BDSM. She was a madame. She was this. She was that, and she sent Nick money. She told him what to do. He came. He went. He came. He went. Ain't no telling how many dudes climbed in and out her window. Cause let's keep it real. If you're older, you know how it went down back in the day. I'm not saying I'm guilty of it. I would never sit here and tell y'all I did some shit like that. But it's well known that some girls, when the parents was not home or asleep, would let guys climb in their window, in their room, and you just gotta be real quiet. There weren't cameras everywhere back then. And he climb in your window and y'all might, I don't know, kiss or something in your parents' home, in your own room. And then they go back out the window and nobody knew what happened. I ain't saying I did it. I'm just saying. But I think Gypsy did a lot of that shit. But whatever she did, Gypsy's mother was so sick at the end of her lifespan to where Gypsy was pretty much doing what she wanted to do. She really had it made. And then too, Gypsy, all that other stuff is questionable too. But Gypsy was very manipulative. Regardless of how you think she got it, who taught her, whatever, she was. She was a master manipulator. She was. That trial went through, and I noticed that a lot of people didn't even realize that during this time that all this happened, she was actually 21 years old. And at best, she was at least under the impression that she was 19. But she knew she was 21. I mean, but at best, y'all believe that she, at least was under the impression, because a lot of people fall for that mess. Gypsy could have left her mother. She could have left her mother. She could have ran away. She could have went and lived with Nick anywhere. But no, she wanted her mother to be gone, deceased, away from here. And why? Why? I think because it made it easier for her to do what she did. She was able to put it all on mom. My mother was a liar, a scammer, and she made me do this my whole life. She caused me so much pain, so much damage. And okay, get your sympathy for that, but it shouldn't have never been enough sympathy to where she could get a few freaking years. I don't care what nobody say, 10 years ain't shit, and she didn't even serve all that in prison, while Nick, they would never let him out. Now, if you go and you take somebody's life who you didn't have to take their life, you wrong for that. So Nick is wrong for that. But so is Gypsy. If you listen to her role play, she played any character. She was into it. The gore, all of it. Some people have a certain, you just never, it's just from the inside, you don't realize how you're blessed in these ways, right? You could say, I hate my parents. And then your friends come over and be like, dang, I wish my mom was like your mom. And then you'd be like, why you say that? Because she blah, blah, blah. My mom doesn't do that. Then you might be able to see, okay. But you don't appreciate it while it's there. So there were a lot of things about Gypsy and her situation and her mom that really a lot of people her age would have killed for that, to be in that position, because they would, she pretty much, she got to spend the money, she got to buy, she got to be with her dudes, she got to, basically kind of live as an adult, sort of speak. And her mom really couldn't keep an eye on her like that, like she used to anymore. Gypsy could have left. She could have left. But she did not leave. She did not want her mother to be alive, to have a side of the story to tell, to have a version of their life to tell. Gypsy wanted to be able to be in control of the entire narrative. And if you ask me, those doctors that were involved, they didn't speak up enough during this trial or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because she was able to blame too much on her mother. Okay. But at the end of the day, Gypsy should have never, she should be right where, if they're going to give Nick what they gave him, which is life. And I don't know if I don't think he got the death penalty. Got stuck on my earring. But he definitely got life, right? He's never getting out. And they keep denying him. And then give her 10 years. How? She planned and plotted this. And planned and plotted the evidence and all that for him when she absolutely could have left her mother. And to me, I believe she physically was involved with it as well, and I believe she enjoyed it. Then her and Nick, they kill mother, right? Hi, Marquez. It's and thank you, Eric. It's not New Year in my opinion. New Year's in the spring, but if that's what you're doing, then happy New Year to you. I got some glue or something on the table. Um, they had sex. She she went in the bathroom. She said she shaved her woo ha so it could be fresh and I don't know if she didn't shave before because she planned this, but I guess she got so turned on that she shaved. It is to some of our belief that they even had sex where the mama was slain at. Because that's how, you know, people have different kinks, y'all. But she definitely went and shaved her kitty cat, and her and Nick got freaky after they slaughtered her mother. Then she tried to say that Nick, necrophilia is it called? I don't know. When you get sexy with dead bodies. She tried to tell them that Nick was messing with her mama. He slept with her mama afterwards. So he slept with your mama and then you slept with him too? Interesting. But that's a little bit gorish, y'all. So I'm gonna stop talking because I'm just gonna go deeper and deeper. And we gonna finish this hat. I don't want to push y'all down too much, like talking about it. But all I'm saying is, I said then that she was responsible for all of it, and she should have been punished. She should have gotten as much time as she did. I think the police knew just from watching the footage. They knew when they went in that house that day. They knew. It is girl saying it. They knew when they went in the house that day. They knew that girl should have got as equal. They didn't even arrest her right away. It's just somebody, not sure who, decided that they were gonna push her out here to us like this. They decided that we're gonna have to spank you a little bit because we gotta make it look good. Give her a little bit of time and then let her go, and then she gonna be out here. And boom, she got all this money. So many people got paid. And boom. And it's not cool because her mother didn't have to suffer like that. Her mother didn't have to go through that. But I'm just getting caught up on a little bit. Let me see which one is more frequent because I want to see what they're saying here as of lately. Some people are just kind of slow, late, should I say, finding out some of the stuff. But I'll let it play. So I got to get a cloth. I got to clean the table, get me something to drink, and then we are going to get back on this hat. We're going to get finished with this hat. Me and this hat going down. And then it's going to be up and stuck from down out. Let me see. Do I have any cloths here? I should have one that I keep. Actually, I think this is the color thread I'm going to use to sew on the beads. I'm not going to, the point isn't for the thread to be visible. But, of course, some of it is going to show. I'm thinking this is, because I think this will kind of blend in a little bit too. So yeah, I use that color. All right, let me get a cloth and some water. But in the meantime, between times, since I can't play music because I'm on YouTube, let me play this. I'll be right back. I got my long boots on, y'all.
Hey guys, welcome to Becca Scoops. I'm back. I am back because I've got you some red hot tea. Is that right? Or hot tea, not red hot tea. Hot tea. Yeah, I've got some great new disturbing information in the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. And of course, I couldn't wait to share it with you. I'm your humble servant. I hope you guys are having a great day, January 6th. Okay. So before I get to that though, I know you guys need to get your beverages and get your popcorn or your post-Christmas cookies, whatever it is. Get it now because you're gonna want to settle in because this is gonna be another bumpy ride. I can't make this stuff up. But before we get to all of that, let's take a look at what Gypsy Rose Blanchard has decided to post today on her Instagram account. Now, I want to bring this up for you, so hold on.
I'm leaving behind this year is the need to explain myself and my past, because the fact is...
Oh, you always gonna have to explain that, baby girl.
Well, that's convenient. Just so happens that a whole bunch of incriminating, cringy, revolting, disgusting videos of me came out. And so I just want to ask
those videos been out though, in all fairness.
Now, so I'm leaving my past
the leg
behind.
is broken.
That's not how
So
it works,
lonely.
but let's let her continue.
No one needs access
Lonely.
to my thoughts,
I got
my emotions, or my healing.
nobody.
And that is
But on
something
my
that
own,
I
yeah.
am learning to put in God's hands and let
Lonely.
go of what I can't control.
Hold on.
And
Let's
that
figure
is
this out.
something that I think resonates with so many people.
Man,
Is we
girl,
all
come
try
on.
to make life happen for us.
No, not everyone does that. No, only total control freaks. Utter. Like I'm a control freak to a certain extent. But Gypsy calls herself a planner. But what that really is she meticulously goes through like gaming out situations with people and how to manipulate them. Right? It's like she will do things to know how they're going to already react to it. So she games all this out, and she does that for manipulation tactics. All right. Now she's going to give up all of her control. She's just going to give it up and give it over to God.
Stand.
Is that the message? Is that?
Then I can put the phone on there.
Earth-shaking message that only she can give the world? Who does she think she is?
Gypsy
the way
Rose.
That we would want it to be. And what I have come to understand is that
she just told you who she was.
God is going to do things in His timing, not ours. And it takes patience and
riveting information. I'm sure no
some people should not be on here giving no advice, and they be trying to give advice anyway. Like Gypsy, go sit your behind down.
Ourselves. So often in our life, I think we try to fit things to make it happen.
No, that's you. That is solely you, okay? But you take it like so many steps further, right, that you leave in the way, you know, and at the very least, totally devastated people in your wake. So, this is just this new Christian era. Notice the outfit, another soothing beigey color that we're wearing today.
Oh, she know all the manipulation tactics for sure. Expert level.
Is this the podcast? Is this it? Like deep Christian thoughts on the floor. So yeah. Blanchard? Is that what we're getting? Notice it's over on Instagram. She's really going to try to make her final stand in social media over there, but.
Keep running her out of here. That's what y'all do.
Push and push and push. and we strive to make something happen in our life that may not be the best thing for us at that time or at all.
Like murdering
Man,
your mom?
yeah, you can't get no advice, boo boo.
And that's
You
something
killed
that,
your mom.
we
You
are
plotted to
taking
kill your
our
mom
own
and you didn't
lives
have
and
to.
trying to
And then you
make
still
our
ain't
own
took
path and
accountability.
say that
Shut
this
your
is how our
behind all the
life
way.
needs
You
to
better go
be.
somewhere and raise that
And
child.
really, it's not really up to us, and that's
Because
something
we're not having it. We're
for
not here
us
for
as
it.
humanity to sort of let go and put it in his hands and say, you know
We are
what?
not here
Is she
for
like a
it.
philosopher now? Is
Right.
she like someone that's lived decades and decades and decades and now
Get us, sis.
departing her wisdom to the world? No, sweetie. No. We don't need to hear any of this from you.
Not a
These are
goddamn
whatever you're divulging here is just
from Gypsy Rose.
ridiculous. People have heard some version of this
On that
from
ragged ass.
different people throughout your whole life.
I can't.
It's not groundbreaking. We need to hear from you at all.
Not
You
that.
have no credibility.
None.
Okay?
Boo-boo.
Accept your fate.
Yes.
Accept your
You
fate.
are the girl that killed your
Put
mama
down this bullshit
and didn't get enough
on
time
with
for
your
it.
life.
And left
Okay?
Nick in jail by
But,
himself.
I
You
don't
shady
speak for
heifer.
everyone on the internet, obviously, but I do feel
Why
there's a
is it-
majority of
You
people
know
who
what?
are looking
You're
at you
trying to
doing
frustrate.
this
I know what you're
and
trying to
thinking
do.
it's so fake.
I know what you're trying to do.
Here we go again with another rebranding,
It's so flimsy.
repackaging. This is the beige Christian era.
All right,
And
tighten
you
up.
know what? It's not authentic at all.
This is bigger than me.
Yeah,
I feel
stand
like
up
your
tall. Hold your
plan
head up.
is more than what
There you
I could have
go.
ever hoped it would be.
There you go. Hold something. Do
Things
your
might
job.
be a
Do your
little rough
job.
right now in that season of your life. If
You
you're
know
going
what I'm
through a hardship right
Do your
now,
job and do it well. Make me proud. Be proud of yourself. Don't be like that.
She's ridiculous.
and it is just
Okay?
something
Don't be
that,
acting raggedy.
you know, maybe your family, maybe your friends, maybe your loved one, your partner, whoever is just sort of not measuring up right now, and you
TikTok is so
are at
annoying.
your bottom.
Your
I'm gonna
loved
do
one
puzzles and
isn't
shit every
measuring
2
up right now.
seconds.
Are we talking about Ken? Is Ken not measuring up now
Okay.
and you are at your bottom?
There y'all go. Y'all
Yeah, she
in there
does
nice
send out
swimwear.
people
Hey.
nuggets, you know.
Hey, you see, I went
to
through all
talk-
that.
We've seen her use the internet to
I went
talk
through
to
all
Ken
that, and you can
before.
see
She's definitely
everything.
used it
You
to
can see
talk
the
to
sun
Ryan.
is shining.
At your bottom.
Don't be
And
jealous.
you feel like
Don't
everyone's
be
letting you
jealous.
down, and the only person that you have in your life is God, and that is exactly when you need.
So she's a victim again right now in her life. Everyone's letting her down. Right? Here she is over on Instagram, you know, acting like Sister Christian, right? While her little cult minions over on TikTok acting crazy, the fool, you know, totally being disgusting over there. But here she is over here playing, you know, the latest, you know, Sister Christian era, beige era, beigey era.
To release everything to him, and you really need to let go of what you think your plan is for yourself and give it to him and let his plan.
She really getting frustrated with her.
Did you listen to a few Christian podcasts?
Yes.
Obscure.
You know she did.
Oh,
No,
wow.
she did.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. This
We got the
is
dust off the
stupid.
table.
Okay.
We got our
that's
little
the end of
bag
it.
So the
for
one thing that I'm
scraps.
leaving behind.
Yeah, that was the end of it. Oh, beautiful. Well, I can tell you guys a few things. Some people have some messages. That some messages did get through, you know, because she does
I might
watch
end up
out
turning
who
on
says
another light.
messages because she doesn't like the
Okay.
negative comments. We know all
Wish I
that.
could
So
see every doggone
let's see what
thing.
happened
Now,
over here.
I forgot
So,
I put my needle.
one commenter said, probably
right there
before these were
in my,
probably deleted. One
heating
woman
pad.
said, a man or person said, you can't claim to be a Christian and use God's name loosely while hanging out with people who don't share your values. Amen to that. Amen. We should
I
treat
agree.
others with kindness and
I
help
agree.
those in need, but it's okay to set
I agree.
boundaries with those who drag
I
you
agree.
down.
I agree.
Gypsy Rose responds, boundaries are
Okay, so the
necessary.
sewing needle is right
We
here.
can, however, model behavior that we would like to see in others
So
so
before
that they too can walk a path that leads us towards healing. Oh my God, I hate this era. Go back to the Blown Beauty art era. Can we go back to that? Can we go back
She
to
was
the
doing makeup and
exercising
stuff?
influencer era? That was hysterical. I love that for you. Let's go back to that.
She was
I don't like
exercising.
this era. This era
Oh,
is,
no.
it just angers people. I just want to FYI.
I
Do
mean,
the
exercising is good, but
that was good.
she not
I liked it.
doing no
Look.
tutorials.
All
Oh,
right.
the sun is out.
Another person wrote, "Girl,
Oh, I might have
you
to
have
leave
some
y'all and come back
explaining to
later.
do."
Because I need to get, I'm
Ditto.
pale.
He writes,
I'm
"Not
pale.
anymore. It's no longer."
Y'all can't tell because I got
lighter.
such a filter on, but I'm pale, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Where's my water?
So I guess you just think you're just forgiven, right? Murdering your mother. You're just.
Oh, I put that on everything. I brought water in here.
If you keep saying it long enough and hard enough, and pretend that you're Christian.
Okay.
You hope
so
people
before
will
I
just
sew
give
the
you a
beads
pass,
on,
right? No,
I
not
gotta
gonna
do something
happen.
with this part right here.
Not gonna happen.
So
Okay? You
I
don't
think
get to
I'm going
pretend
to
to be a
put.
Christian. You don't get to pretend to wear your little beigey outfits and. So I'm gonna like talk in this voice, and
Because people know it's fake too.
I'm gonna give you some words of the ultimate
up
wisdom
like
from the life that I've led. Now I can depart some nuggets of truth to you to help you on your path.
Because I'm gonna put my feathers and stuff over here.
I'm sorry. Maybe I should have told you guys to get your snacks before you sat down to watch this. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I don't have snacks because y'all not hitting
so
my
that's the little thing that's going on with
Cash.app.
her right now. So let's get to this other stuff.
I cannot buy myself any snacks
that
unless I get snack money
sent
from
to me by anonymous
my followers.
sources.
So
Thank
let
you
me
very
find my
much. I would like to
Cash.app
thank a
and pin
few
it.
people that helped me research
So thank y'all
this
for
stuff,
hearing me out.
though,
You know,
after I got
$5,
it.
$10.
That's Hello Starlight, find her,
good.
please. Hello Starlight is the one who really helped me with this.
If I'm
And
gonna
of
this on
course,
the outside,
as always, my
because when I lay the
friend,
feathers up,
she's all over it. You will find,
or do I
though,
want to have it
this
on the
was
inside?
basically, you know, I didn't have time last night to go over
Probably
this stuff.
outside.
And Hello Starlight was all over it. So find her link in my description
But if that
box.
doesn't work out like I
think
want it
she's gonna
to,
even go live tomorrow and even go over other stuff. Probably
and I don't
even
like the
highlight some of the stuff I'm going to talk
visibility, I'm
about
gonna be
here.
upset.
So you're not going to want to miss
So
that.
would I be able
I'm
to
not.
change
So
that without
please
having to take
find her
anything
link
apart?
in the description box below. Okay, go over there and make sure you got your notifications on to the Hello Starlight Live.
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna
YouTube
leave
account.
this open.
All right.
So it really don't matter
So I'm going
at
to go
this
ahead
point.
and get into this first
So
one here.
all
So
I'm gonna
these
do
messages
is
are from Gypsy
close
has
these.
a myriad of Facebook accounts, okay? And one of them was called Emma
So I'm
Rose,
trying to,
all right? She had Devona
because I was kind of winging it, doing something different. So
DJ Blanchard,
I wasn't happy with where it was going, but I still
there's a lot of them.
I have the idea of where I was trying to go.
We don't even know
So
about
I'm just trying to
this girl, if there's anything that I got from these
continue
messages,
winging
one
it
thing
and get it
I
together.
learned,
So
or which is even confirmed to me more,
let me.
is that she is obsessed with social media.
Oops.
Like
She is.
We know we said this over
She
and
is.
over again, but
Oh,
no,
you're
you
not
guys,
charging?
even more than you think. Okay.
She is.
All right.
She always has been.
And
I think that's something that she like attention. You know, she was taught to have to get all this. She's used to getting all the attention. So she wants trying to get to my foot pedal without knocking down this tripod. She wants to have all the attention. Oh, here's my water.
Weight Loss by Hims. Weight Loss by Hims offers access to a variety of options.
I can't get right today, y'all.
Access to compounded GLP-1 injections or injection-free options like oral medication kits. Simple, all-in pricing, ongoing care included at no extra cost.
This first one here has to do with a story that happened back then in her.
I don't like two people talking at the same time. So everything is good. It looks from how I left it. Thread is in both bottom and bottom. Everything looks good. So the setting that it's on, I had it on the tightest. It's still good. All right, we good, we good. So I can continue. Kind of just doing like a little, not a pre-trip, but a little just a little check. Cause I could have had a different foot or something on there. I broke so many needles the last time. I just said I'm just gonna just, cause you know, this shit ain't cheap, baby. Got my little tool right here. Help me press down stuff. Get it where I want it. Get it where I want it. This is something that brings me joy. Just like working out. I love creating and I love working out. Growing something, which I'm going to go water my fruit trees in a minute. I have fig trees. I have grapevines. Different kind of fig trees, different kind of grapevines. I have the what you call it? I have berries. I have I can't mulberry. Also, I don't know why I can't think of that. It's mulberry. All right, so that one is closed. So I'm just checking to see that is how I like it. And it is. It's real tight. It's nice. It's closed. Now it is closed. So I'm just going to go over it once more. Do one more line. And I'm not going to close it all the way here because I still am well, no, I'm going to have to figure it out because it's on from here. Because the next step will be putting on the beads and then it will be... So I'm just going to have to... No more block. We're not getting no more block. That's what I said. I think I'll just keep it on the inside. Yeah, I'll be good doing that. Yeah. Okay. So let it be this. All right. So let's see. How much longer is her thing? Oh, it's too long. Because her show is actually kind of boring. So I'm actually going to fast forward past it. I know I was watching that and the Aiden Ross, which we discussed that on my YouTube yesterday.
I'm converting to the gypsy
Aiden Ross
traditional
situation.
Culture. Converting, it's not a religion. I mean, my roots are Irish, French, Italian, and Native American.
Negative?
I think it's Native American on my father's side. I'm going to do more research on it, and I'm sure Nick would be fine with us starting our own gypsy clan. We want our children to be raised with the same values like the gypsies, like us. So why not? Gypsies rule. What? Okay, I thought that was funny. Gypsies rule. We're going to start our own gypsy clan.
This girl got away with what she did to her mama. So sad.
Are those Americans that are just not positive? They're negative. All those Americans that are negative, always.
All right,
so we know what she means, but it's just funny, right? How about Pepsi not take one iota when it comes to how she does social media? How about her blocking people constantly? Well, that was the same with this account, too.
Of course she's going to block people constantly. She's going to be trolled to death. That's what
you blocked Amy Gash Pinebar. That's Aaliyah's mom. You blocked Mia Blanchard. Okay, block your own sister. You blocked her mom here. You blocked Dee Blanchard. You blocked Dee Blanchard. These are two of Dee Dee's close friends that did a lot for Dee Dee. You blocked David Blanchard. Okay, I guess you don't like him either. Now, here's the part about them corresponding on Sky. Missing Nick so much, he's moving into a new place, so his internet is down. We text, but I miss Facebook and Skype time. Sorry.
She posted that on social media.
Now, we saw in the Google search that Gypsy was looking for the nude pictures of Jennifer Lawrence. She was really into that Hunger Games show, the Katniss Everdeen, I think the character's
And she want to
name
be the
was.
character.
Well, she found him.
That's the
I
shit
never
she
told her.
into. Y'all can't knock her for that.
So
That
blurred
shit
out.
is
That's a
fun.
picture. Okay, so nude pics of actress Hunger Games star Jennifer Lawrence's leaked. So I looked. Of course, I looked. I am bisexual. Another one. So hot, I would so lesbian
Why
F
is
her
she
LOL.
making an
And
announcement
she's
of that?
actually posting her nude picture. Another little tidbit. She was watching Lizzie Borden Took an Axe and she loved it. Of course she did. Then, just to show that she has daddy issues. She really wanted that strong dad, right? And we know that she has sexualized the dad role. Heavily sexualized the daddy-daughter thing.
Her dad is not bad
She
looking.
writes, rules for dating my daughter. Get a job.
Her dad
Understand,
is
I don't
actually
like you.
not
I'm everywhere.
really bad
You
looking.
hurt her, I hurt you. Be home 30 minutes early. Get a lawyer. If you lie to me, I will find
Oh,
out.
thank you,
She's my
Marquez.
princess, not your conquest. I don't mind going back to jail. Whatever you do to her, I will do to you too.
Okay, so now that I got that song
She wanted that kind of father in her life, and it wasn't there. And so she...
Yeah.
Well,
Her
she's
dad and
actually
her
super
mom have
hypersexual
conflicting
also.
stories
So that's the other
about why
really,
she
really
wasn't
big
a
problem
part. He
with,
wasn't a part of her life.
her not having a dad in her life. Most people wouldn't sexualize that, but she has. I think I told
What?
somebody the other day that
Oh, that's
seen a lot
BS,
of
y'all.
cases,
That's
you know,
BS. She said most people wouldn't sexualize that. They do all the time. If a guy likes for a girl to call him daddy, boom, there you go. If a girl wants to call her boyfriend or husband daddy, then you sexualize the daddy role. Right then and there. It's sunny out, y'all. I think we're gonna have to come back because I gotta get some pale. I need some sun. I need that energy. Come on, y'all, hit the Cash App up so when I go out, you can give me some snacks. If you hit the Cash App up, I need at least $10. And then I will do some ASMR, okay? I'll get some chips and I will do some ASMR. It'll be a sexy ASMR too. But I say that because people have been asking for ASMR. So I will give you that. But I'm going to get some of that song. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, just doing some trimming right here. Just, getting her neat because we're getting close to the finish line. So I'll put that back
after
on.
cases, I've never seen anyone who is as hypersexual as she is, man or woman. She takes the case.
That's you?
I've never seen.
You're not supposed to know
anything
people's
like
sexual
this.
endings. She should be posting all her
Well,
shit,
I
though.
thought another really interesting thing that I wanted to share
I don't
real
know why
quickly with you guys.
People trying to sex shame her. Fuck all that.
Her other thing that she used to do
How you like to
was
get down? How you like to get down?
act out things on the internet. I guess on video. Like she would. Well, let me just show you. This is from Conspiracy. I think Conspiracy might have got it from 1980 Millennial. But I'll give both of them credit. Let me go and add this. This is Gypsy as Anastasia Steele, and she's doing this acting thing.
Man,
and I looked it up
I'm rocking with her. I like
what the movie character
that
does,
you get into
too.
that character
So
shit.
take a look
I
at
like
this.
that she's getting full role.
She wants to be famous, and she actually thought she was a great actress. And after she posted this little part that I'm going to show you, just a snippet of, somebody gave her a compliment. She goes, I know I'm just really trying to do my acting or whatever.
Possible?
Like she's into this.
I really thought that she was going to be a lot more famous and popular long term than she ended up being.
So, as the main benefactor to our college, and head of Great Enterprises,
That voice is
quite
disgusting.
the successful man. So with the only your success.
The voice is disgusting. It would never work.
I'm sure a man like you controls many staff. And
She can't change that voice.
mommy
How can she play another character?
12 different
That's weird.
blondes.
It's too
And that's
distinctive.
the thing from blondes, Mr. Gray?
And she actually can. I mean, not
So
enough,
you're control
but
everything.
Why does she do? What is this?
she
What
talks like
does
a
she?
baby when she wants to.
It's just bizarre. Anyways, you can find these videos floating around. And one, she's doing the Frozen character, and her mom's actually taking it. I don't know if her mom was doing this one. Yeah, I don't know either. But I wanted to end with one more thing.
This
that
lady
was
getting on
really,
my nerves. Cause
that
what's
really
weird about her
got me
playing different
puzzled.
roles?
So hold on, let me bring that up.
When you homeschool your child,
She's standing up in these
you're
pictures.
supposed to have.
I'm going to bring you a different one. I just want to show you the date. September 24th, 2014. This Katie person. Love your dress. That is gorgeous. And you see these gold draperies in the background. This is the same gold draperies in the background when she was in the Game of Thrones outfit, the Khaleesi outfit. Yeah, I don't know where this is at, but someone is taking this picture and she's standing
She actually
all
look
the
really
way
nice
up.
right there.
Where is this at?
With the ball
I
gown.
don't think this is. I
and,
don't remember seeing any
the
gray
head.
draperies, gold draperies in their house. So this is interesting.
That's
September
nice. That dress is really nice.
2014. Interesting, right? Interesting. Very interesting. There's the date, September 24th, 2014. And this person,
One
here,
thing,
Katie.
one thing that I'm frustrated with trying to get used to with this.
Maybe just a Facebook friend. Maybe not knowing her in real life. I don't know.
I said mute. Okay, thank you. With this sewing machine, that's different from my Singer. It's different from my brother. And this is the Genome. This is the Genome HD 3000 BE, and the BE is for Black Edition. Is that when you cut your thread, like you go through more thread, because when you cut your thread, you have to leave damn near a ruler's length of freaking thread, because when it starts to sew, it retracts a significant amount before it starts going. So it would pull the thread back so far that it will come out of the needle if you don't have enough of it pulled this way. Therefore, you're using a lot of thread. So that it just irks me every single time, and I'll be like, look, will you look at this? Will you look at this? Look at this. You know, trying to keep my columns a little bit even, like the same length. So I have to finish my columns. I wanted it to be a little more poofy, so I should have added more padding, but that's past tense now. Can't do anything about that now. So I will be happy, satisfied with what I have. And I can always do another one. It'll be different fabric, but I could do another one and make it more poofy, because I got a fur one that I cut over there too. You know, pimpin', okay. And that's gonna be bucket style. It's gonna be, but it's made out of fur. I put some diamonds on it too. And I'll put some jewels on it. So y'all can see it's gonna be shining bright, shining bright. I I'd rather watch fashion shows than sit up here and listen to boring content. But here's a guy. I'm gonna give him a chance, and then I'm probably gonna move on from
Need to
Gypsy.
get through this video
Gypsy
today.
Rose. I've never watched him before, but it says reporting live from my sofa.
Now hold on, everybody. Let's do a quick social sidebar now. Keep in mind, ain't no call.
So I'm gonna try to do my columns real quick and go catch some of this sun
Only credentials we have.
just by making a little run to the store, ride my scooter.
Now keep in mind,
I might.
I'm just giving my
No, I'm not gonna go live, but I might take my GoPro and I might get some daytime footage.
Now let me give you this. Hello, so squad. I'm like, so there's
Upload it.
Absolutely. Nothing Luke. And my name's Paul. If you know the channel, if you're not in the channel,
I love this fabric. It's so beautiful to me.
So finally, I was like, what is this? I
You're
keep
so
seeing these, like,
beautiful.
TikTok, whatever. I'm like, what is Chips Rose doing? But it's turned into such an ish show, right? So finally, everybody's like, no, you gotta get it into the weeds, the podcast. I'm gonna put it on the screen here, whatever. Be sure and check them out. They're a great channel. They talk about.
I haven't made the quotes yet or nothing. I haven't designed. I even bought tons of fabric. I have to make my son stuff, y'all.
And it's a Gypsy Rose. And we're going to do the case overview here in a second, okay?
I got like 6, probably 8 yards of North Carolina Canthus fabric because I want to make him a varsity coat, a puffy coat,
So she was like his little boyfriend that she got to
a big old,
do the dirty
you know,
deed, okay?
bag
So these were like these role playing type
for
things
like,
that she did with like Damana.
laundry overnight, whatever.
And it's really
And
Gypsy and
a shave bag.
That make people say, what? Okay,
First little shave kit, I bought a shave kit.
So this is
Like,
going to come with a little bit of a warning. There's definitely
real
adult
shave
activities
bag.
involved in this. There's talks of R. Some of these, it's
my
turned
youngest.
up. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to do a quick little overview of the case in general, meaning a timeline. Like boom, boom, boom. Here's the main event.
Okay. So he's gonna go over the Gypsy case. He's talking. I mean, let him cook. His ambiance is lovely. I love it.
Or if you're like me, where you're like, yeah, once you went out and we kind of saw the reality show, we saw the book, all the oversaturation of social media, I finally just like, she just became like what do you call that noise where you just like block it out? You know what I'm saying? Where I'm just like, I can't with the Gypsy Rose thing anymore. So I was like,
They
I'll
pushed
talk
her
about
to
it.
that.
Comes up, well, this is that something major because so
Sad what
many
happened
people
to her
really hit me up
mom.
and asked me about it. And when I saw it, I was just on the floor.
Sad, real sad what happened to her mom.
In the beginning of what was presented to the public, because what has taken place with Gypsy Rose in the case is the public was presented a story, and it was she was held hostage, all this stuff. Her mom's from child by proxy. She got this guy. He took the mother's life so she could escape. She gets out, and then
Escape. She could have
the
left.
sentiment turned with the more evidence that started coming
She
out,
could have left.
as well as just
Gypsy
things that
Rose could
Gypsy
have left.
herself
She
was
could have
doing
left.
insane. And then I would say
My phone is
overall,
about
the general public
better
sentiment I
go.
see is like people really question like, did this girl kill her the murder? Like they're really questioning some motivations. So just know that the first part of the video
It's
we're going to be
murder.
looking at through that lens, and then we're going to change that lens over to like what some of the public sentiment is switching over to. So if you're watching this and you've been following this more in depth, and you're like, why is he seeing this? Now he's seeing this? Well, we're looking at it kind of like how it unfolded to us in the beginning. So let's do this quick. With a little 60-second timeline. So before 2015, Gypsy is raised under extreme medical abuse by her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, who falsely claims that
That song
Gypsy
is
is
stuck in my
seriously
head.
ill
I
and
like-
disabled
that's the
for
jam,
years.
boy.
Okay, then eventually
They kinda
Gypsy
was
meets
getting
Nicholas
down on that.
And is that Dee Dee Blanchard is stabbed to death in her Missouri home. Nicholas carries out the 20-year-old Gypsy waits in the bathroom. Days later, they get arrested. Gypsy and Nicholas are arrested in Wisconsin after a suspicious face was called to alert authorities. Now, by 2016, Gypsy strikes a plea deal to second-degree murder, and she's sentenced to 10 years in prison. Now, by 2018, Nicholas her co-defendant goes to trial. He is convicted of first-degree murder and receives life without parole. Now, December 2023, Gypsy is released on parole after serving
She
nearly
did
8
it wrong.
years.
They
and
all
she
of them
enters
did it
public life
wrong.
under intense scrutiny. So let's take this a little bit closer to the Louisiana. Well, Hurricane Katrina comes through, devastates the area. They get displaced, and Dee and Gypsy.
Okay, he's telling it.
Gypsy and her mother leave Louisiana and they relocate to Springfield. Now that move would end up being
That's a sight
very
to see.
pivotal.
A
In
face on their mother got
Springfield,
eyes.
Dee Blanchard is able to rebuild and she secures housing through charity community, and they embed themselves in a new community that had no prior records or context of their story. Fresh town, fresh backstory, zero
Alright, 3 o'clock I'm
follow-up
gonna stop
questions.
and go
It's a dream come true for
outside.
this situation.
Get me some.
Allegedly.
It's
Get me some.
Mayberry. We're moving to Mayberry.
It is the perfect town, the perfect place.
I think it was a blessing in disguise. It took something like a hurricane to make us have a happy ending.
Dr. Janet Jordan met Dee Dee and Gypsy while on a mission trip to the hurricane-ravaged area. After arranging a helicopter ride from Louisiana to St. John's Hospital, the process began to find them a permanent home. It turns out St. John's already owned this house, and with the help of local donations, it was turned into a home.
I think that's just kind of what we're all about. You know, we're all about doing what we can to help people that are in bad situations.
It's beautiful, and it's happy, and it's full of love.
Gypsy and Dee Dee say they're blessed. Dr.
So
Jordan
sweet.
says they deserve to be.
It was pretty devastating.
Right,
That
I need
really
to
was. And
Get another battery.
they never ever lost
need to
hope. I
charge
think they brought hope to everybody else that was down there. So
something.
it's so good to be here.
Or done.
This is Karen
Be right
Rostelli
back.
reporting for
Right back.
KY3's Ozarks Today.
I mean, every time I watch these old clips, y'all, I'm just like, man, to see the look on the people's faces when they found out, when they started seeing this Facebook post of like Gypsy
Oh, my
and
heads
on
keep
Run,
falling
killing
down,
mom,
so-
all that type of stuff, and then the whole thing was farce. Now, here's one of the things too going forward with us. So a lot of stuff has come out,
Tulip
like,
hat.
and again, I don't even want to say it incorrectly, that so I'm not going to use specific names and you know the whatever she allegedly has. But allegedly, Gypsy has some type of something that some of these medical procedures might have been necessary. And again, this is just simple speculation.
It's
These are just
totally
things I've seen from
reversible.
other
I
content
mean, it's
creators,
genes.
so it's not based
Just got
on
a
my
different
research
side,
or
different
fact.
kind of
Okay, I'm just
side
kinda
of the
repeating
gene.
something that I've seen.
Over
Right?
here
So
on this
take it with a
side.
grain of salt, that part. That being said, you know, if you're looking at this at face value, if we're believing the narrative that none of these
70s.
medical things were necessary, this was a complete
70s, you
farce
know?
by Dee. I mean, look at the narrative they're selling, you know, and it's full of love and the little baby voice that she uses.
I think
And
that
see
would
it.
go
I
good
haven't
with what I
found her
have
enough
on.
recently, but
be
like when
honest.
when she first got
I
out, she would
think-
revert to that little baby voice at times. And again, you know, look at both
Another
sides.
tulip
Like,
hat.
she was like made to be a little kid her whole life. Like I can see where you would do that, like as part of the act. You know what I mean? But then also it's just like, I mean, how
kinda
much that
expanded
act
this one,
was
made it a
she
little
in?
wider, although I
There's a
love
lot
this
of
fabric.
questions at this
I
point.
shouldn't
Let's
have,
keep going. So let's take a moment.
I
Let's
should have
look at
kept
some
it
clips from
the size it
2020
was.
about her alleged illnesses from childhood, as well as the Habitat for Humanity home that they would eventually receive, and where Dee Dee would lose her life.
So where are you going today? I'm going to Children's Mercy Hospital.
But behind the smiles, life for Gypsy
Sounds
Blanchard and her
reversible.
mother Dee Dee is one replete with hardships and challenges. Gypsy is in a wheelchair.
Multiple illnesses and diseases, leukemia, muscular dystrophy. She had learning disabilities and not been able to be out of a wheelchair since she was 5 years old. And so the community really embraced them.
Was Dee Dee a good mother?
I told Dee Dee she was the best mother. There's no way I can do what you do. You have a sick child, it's constantly 24/7 taking care of her and everything. I mean, I always praised her and told her.
So this one, I made this one out of table
They
mat.
would seemingly deal Gypsy and Dee Dee
Table
another
mat. I
cruel
made this
blow,
out of table
leaving the
mat.
pair displaced and depleted by Hurricane Katrina in 2005.
I remember my mom had gave me this little glass house, and she said, "This one day this will be
Table
real."
mat.
And now it
So you see
finally
how the
is.
beads are here?
Kids moved into that house built by
So I'm
Habitat
gonna
for
do the
Humanity.
beads. I'm gonna
A
put the
wheelchair
beads on
ramp
the
was
other
built
hat.
Just for her.
she was like one of the happiest
Pretty much
people I
the
had
same.
ever met, and yet she was the most sick that I had ever
This
met
is
at the same
definitely
time.
giving
The
beach,
whole thing
right?
about like going to children's hospital, it's so cringy. Like literally the level of cringe when I look at this now, and I think part of it is when I'm looking through the lens of like, what does Gypsy
See,
think
I
when
got
she
the
looks
wire
at
at
this
the
stuff,
end,
right? If you look
so
at it through two
you
lenses,
can
if you look at
manipulate
it
it
through,
more.
you take it at face value of like she was a complete victim of her mother, this and the other, whatever. In contrast to the video we're gonna watch in a minute, it's just like yikes, like completely different, right? Because one thing these videos do is they
So my light went
show
out,
this
so I gotta go charge,
unfiltered,
get a battery, whatever.
unscripted,
But you can
this
manipulate it
other
however you want.
capabilities of her. Like if this is somewhat of an act that she was doing to survive her mother, well now we're seeing another act that she was doing to essentially, I guess, survive her mother ultimately by getting somebody to kill her, right? But just again, I'm thinking of like the town felt like they had to have been like, what the, what when this came out. So everything kind of seemed like they were selling the perfect story. The little baby voice that
You
happens.
can play with it any
she's
kind of way you
the
want to
doting
play with
mother,
it.
constantly taking care of her, whatever. The nation was getting ready to have their
Then I
mouths
have-
on the floor when they found out what Gypsy and Nick did to Dee Dee.
Breaking news now. What started as a missing persons case
This
ended with a
one.
mother found dead and
My
her
little
daughter charged
fisherman
with
country
murder.
wooden
The murder scene was
woods in the
discovered
woods.
Sunday in Missouri.
Hat.
The prosecutor there says the daughter
Little
took
happy
off with her
stick going
boyfriend
in.
and then drove hundreds of
Let's
miles
turn
to
the
Big Bend,
happiness.
Wisconsin.
The probable cause statement
The
shows
happiness on
23-year-old
here.
Gypsy Blanchard handed a knife to 26-year-old Nicholas Gaujean and asked him to kill her mother.
Right.
48-year-old Claudinia Blanchard, affectionately known by friends as Dee
Then
Dee,
on the other
pictured
side,
white.
I got
The
the
Missouri prosecutor says Dee Dee was stabbed to
outdoor
death, and Nicholas Gaujean admitted
going
he
on.
did it because his girlfriend Gypsy asked him
Yeah.
to. Gaujean told investigators he mailed the knife to his Big
It's got
Bend
the
address
little
and drove
fringy
Gypsy to
edge
Wisconsin.
or whatever.
After an hours-long standoff, the two were taken into custody.
So you can wear that one any
and
kind of
even
way.
the execution of the crime was so
But it's a
poorly
little
done,
oversized
and so
or whatever.
obvious. I mean, you have to
I like the
question
whole,
the train of thought.
you can see
here,
my eyes, but you
it
can't
again
see my
going
eyes
down
type
two things
thing.
of, is this
So
really
I get
planned?
that.
It literally almost is
And of
like
course,
some
y'all
like
know
kid
this
planned
one.
this up, right?
You
I
know,
mean,
you know
it
this
is what
one.
it is. Let's talk about that dynamic between Gypsy and Nick. So Gypsy met Nick online in 2012 through a Christian dating website. Nick disclosed early on that he was autistic and had intellectual limitations. He became emotionally attached very quickly to Gypsy. Gypsy, who had more experience navigating the internet and relationships online, took
This
on
one,
a
Cap,
dominant role
one of
in
my
their
favorites too,
communication.
but
This
it's tight.
relationship escalated fast, okay?
Got the
Constant
bow on the
messaging,
side,
fantasy
pin
role
straight.
playing, and discussions about
Got the
escaping her mother
metallic.
eventually turned into detailed
Got the
conversations about killing
I
Dee
put
Dee.
some black
Over
beads
time,
on
Gypsy
there.
reinforced the idea that
So
murder
this
was
is
the
one I
only
like.
way they could be together. So, June 2015, Nick travels from Wisconsin to Missouri to meet Gypsy in person. Gypsy helped plan the trip, provided the knife, and arranged the timing. Nick carried out the stabbing while Gypsy
some in my
waited
room
in the
too, but
bathroom.
I'm not
After
gonna
their
go through all
arrest,
that.
Gypsy and
So I
Nick
got
were
the black
prosecuted separately. Their
bucket
cases
hat
took very
style
different
floppy.
paths. Gypsy would take a
Floppy
plea deal
hat.
in 2016. She pled guilty to second-degree murder. She avoided trial. The court considered her long-term abuse, age, and psychological factors, and she was sentenced to only 10 years in prison. Nick, however, decided to go to trial in 2018. The prosecutors argued premeditation and intent, while the defense pointed to his autism, intellectual limitations, and influence by Gypsy. The jury convicted him of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, the result is one of the most debated outcomes in true crime, okay, is why we're here. Two people involved in the same homicide, one's released after a decade, and the other is incarcerated for life. Now, one thing I want to note on that real quick is this. So, with Gypsy and the 10-year sentence, you know how a lot of times we're like, I can't believe this person took this to trial. I can't believe this person took this to trial. You got to give it to her that she was pretty, whoever came up with the idea of like, you take this plea deal, she's lucky. Because again, I personally think if you put a lot of this evidence in front of a jury, like all the evidence, I don't think she'd be walking away with 10 years. I think they would have had a very easy narrative to form of her being a victim, and that would definitely have garnered sympathy with the jury. Plain and simple. I don't think a jury would have sent her away for life, but I could have seen her doing more like 25 years.
Nah, she
right?
should have went to
Because I
jail
think
for
they
life.
looked at it and been like,
She
especially
should have
with
went to
the
jail
videos
for
watching
life. She
today,
had
seeing some of the things
participation.
she's talking about
And
and
she
whatnot,
plotted it.
and
She
seeing how
planned it.
she manipulated the situation
She
herself.
took that woman
I think
life,
she would have
man.
gotten more time, but I don't think she would have gotten life. I'm curious what
Messed
you think.
up.
Drop in the comments. So when Gypsy gets out, y'all already know if you follow that. We're talking TV shows, we're talking books, we're talking
Took that woman
Instagram, we're
life.
talking all the things. TikTok, you name it.
That was
Okay,
really
she
good.
blew up. We're gonna listen to a couple of clips from 60 minutes of her doing an interview and talking about freedom, fame, all the things that went with it.
How have you adjusted to suddenly living your life in front of the cameras?
It's a huge adjustment. I'm still adjusting. I don't think it ever becomes normal for everybody to recognize me so much.
So having served 8.5 years
She like that.
in prison, do you feel that you've done the time for your crime?
Acting
Well, in a sense, I have a life sentence. I'm just living it in a much bigger prison. That is society's view of me.
Yeah, I guess that's to your point. So many people, you have so many supporters and fans. But you also have people who want to give you a label. Are you a
She
victim
thought
or
she was
a
gonna
murderer?
overcome that.
I'm both victim and
Girl,
perpetrator.
bye.
And how does that sit with you?
Girl, bye.
It's difficult. It's not something that I think about every day because
Get your
if I
mama,
was
girl.
to sit here and
You
constantly
really
think
said
about
that.
it
Okay,
day
I
in
need
and
one
day
more
out,
charger
I
for
wouldn't
the
be able to move
phone.
forward with my life.
For the other
And I
phone.
have far
I'll
too
be right
much
back.
support from my family to just crawl up in a ball and deem myself unlovable or unable to have a second chance.
You were raised to be really a people pleaser.
I was, and in a lot of ways I still am.
Yeah.
Finding
That's good about you, actually.
finding my voice has been a journey. Now it's about finding the courage to exercise it.
So I mean, watching this right here, there is this
That's what I need
awareness
to be
on
doing
her
right
part of, yeah, I'm both victim and
They be
perpetrator.
so,
live
I
in a
love the
bigger
cuteness
prison,
and
that
stuff
being,
like.
what society thinks of me, you know, all the things. Like, I see a
Trying
dual
to keep 'em
aspect
all.
going on here. Do I see someone who's completely clueless? No. Do I see someone who probably also knows how to play that up? Yes. You know, do I agree with her on like, yeah, you're still going to kind of be in a prison? Yes. Right now, obviously, is this a much better prison? Like, I mean, I assume she makes tons of money and, you know, all these things or whatever. Yeah, she's going to always be known. No matter how
Good
you
point.
paint the picture, she was involved in a brutal murder. This murder was heinous, right? This was very bloody. It was very violent. This was not like a
them all.
Dexter type situation of like, we're going to wrap them up in plastic wrap and just dispose of them. But no, this was like a very violent thing. And a lot of people, and again, this is so speculation. This is just
Everything's charging. Everything
got
got power.
A lot of people feel a certain way with the evidence and things like that of if Gypsy really waited in the bathroom the whole time or if she came out and helped a little bit towards the end. Right? Probably only her and Nick, and obviously if Dee Dee was alive still at that point, you know, would ever know that. So, you know, we'll see. Let's go into that next clip from 60 Minutes.
There you
Because
go.
you really, like, you're
Good view.
You're in your 30s and you've not had a job
All right.
apart from in jail.
Exactly. So, you know, aside from social media and my book and my show, I don't have a 9 to 5.
The reality
She don't
TV,
need
like
one.
the docu-series, the influencing, it's a lot.
It is a lot, and I've come to the point that I honestly feel like I'm gonna forgo all of it for a normal life.
Because since the moment you stepped out of prison, you've had cameras on you.
I have.
Do you regret that choice?
I
Might have to pull
don't
my
think
head
that
back
was a
some
choice
so I
for
can
me.
see y'all.
Yes, but it was a choice
see the
to
chat.
be in a documentary. However, it was not a choice for as much attention.
I want my color light, but
with
The media
okay, that's a
spotlight.
the
good
media
place.
spotlight that was just enormous when I got released. Even my family, they expected it to be crazy and wild, but not to that level. And so when I came out, I was kind of new to everything because I was in prison. I wasn't allowed to watch documentaries about myself. So to me, all of it was kept away.
She
I was so
wasn't?
sheltered from it. So as I was experiencing this phenomenon for the first time.
He's just,
And how
he's
has that
just
been
stroking his
rebuilding your
beard.
life in front of the
His
cameras
little-
and, you know, having to constantly post?
Whatever that
and-
is.
It's difficult.
Part of his beard.
I say that, you know, I regret doing the show. I wanted to show the public what
So I'm doing
I was going to
columns
have
on
to
the
go
brim.
through in this transitional period and how hard it was going to be and
the
life with the public.
size of the hat.
But now I think that within the opportunity, I have put myself out there. I really want to put my story to educate people on what Munchausen by proxy syndrome is.
Educate them on what some of her stuff is,
in
not
similar
just your mom.
situations to me, if not in my situation. And I feel like I need to open up.
Well, you've given a lot. It strikes me that you're pretty exhausted.
I am. I've given and given and given, and I've gotten to the point that now it's like, okay.
No, you've taken.
I'm a mom now. I have someone that relies on me. I have someone that I'm responsible for. And that's my own flesh and blood.
Okay, now on this segment right here, listening to her, you know, this is obviously more recently. She's a mom now. You know, when she's talking about the attention that she got and how she was sheltered from that in prison, I mean, obviously, her friends and family are going to be like, look, there's a new documentary or whatever. And I can understand how it's different to hear about it and different to see it and come out. And then bracing you like, look, girl, the whole world is talking about you, right? So on one level,
sing that
I
song again, but I
understand
call
where it's
myself.
like you're kind of thrust into this life.
You gotta,
it's like, what are you
you
going to
gotta
do?
cut
Like,
it
go
off.
get a job as a secretary.
You gotta make it go
away.
away.
You know what I mean? Even if you put the murder stuff away, 'cause I think she would have been able to gain sympathy, but the media attention would probably have scared a lot of people away from doing stuff like that. So it's almost like you're going to have to do something in the public view. So on one level, I'm like, look, I get it, where it's like, well, yeah, do your book, do your this, do your show, get that money, and maybe invest it, right, into something. And maybe
That's one of the songs I play like at the beginning of the workout.
What's his name?
That one and Gasoline and Rich Spirit.
Now, you know, there's all this
and Do It.
Of course, reality TV show
by Chloe and Haley.
And then, you know, she had her Instagram things. Again, on one level, and I'm just trying to look at it from both sides right here.
Get going. When you doing your
this is my
cardio session.
Social media was like almost like they're having to re-grow up. Right? And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be messy, and I would have thought she would have been better prepared for that. But she also is so hardcore about jumping in with a man right off the bat. It was like, girl, what is up with it? I understand, like, you want to make up for
know she man obsessed.
Like,
she's always been
really
obsessed with men.
It's her life, right? So on those notes, I can see that dynamic. That being said, again, a couple of slides once we get to these other parts, it kind of shows the other side of like, okay, where did this come from? You question, is this darkness still within her? Where was the intent? You know, was she really in the situation she portrayed herself to be in? Or in her role, was this really the easiest way to get out and still maybe gain something from it? I don't know, but let's get into it. So like I said, that brings us up to like the current state of affairs, right? So this is where, again, the channel Into the Weeds, they have gotten these FOIA request videos and whatnot. Now I'm going to put this slide up here and you can listen to me read through it, or you can read it yourself. Just going to talk a little bit more about the channel, who they are. You can subscribe, you can check them out. So you can see here on the screen, you know, Into the Weeds is the premier YouTube channel for all things Gypsy Rose Blanchard. The mother-daughter duo Amber and Alora, this is the channel, as they recently filed these FOIA requests seeking Gypsy's communication with her ex-boyfriend and co-conspirator Nick, who we talked about. Let's just say they FOIA'd around and Gypsy found out. Now, the consistency and depth of their work on this case reveals a very different side of Gypsy than the one we've seen in interviews or dramatized portrayals of her story. Okay, y'all, we're getting ready to get into this stuff, so brace yourself. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments, please. Before we look at the actual clips, let's look at Gypsy's reaction to them. Let's do a screenshot up here on the screen and read through it. So she did an Instagram stories from PerezHilton.com. So it says, you know, 2025 Gypsy signs off on the Instagram and then signs off of social media. I'm not proud of those videos. They were recorded during a period of extreme trauma, coercive control, and emotional dependency. People in these dynamics often say and do things that they truly are. I'm not the same person today. I've received treatment, therapy, and have done years of healing work. If you
wanted to
or someone you
reinforce
love
that.
in a controlling or abusive relationship, help is available. You deserve safety and support. Okay, yes, I mean, of course, I would agree with anyone, you know, deserves that.
All the way down.
Okay, so let's very quickly just talk about two of the characters we're going to focus on here. Let me put the slide up here. Okay, so Gypsy Rose, you see up here, 50 Shades of Grey. Now, Damana is Gypsy's self-described. The character is 19. Gypsy was like 23 at the time. Ruby is a little bit more vulnerable, submissive to Meg, but also not afraid to be evil, not afraid to get in trouble, not afraid to cut an itch. Okay. Now, that being said, y'all, I'm telling you, get your comfort stuff, y'all. The cringe is so extreme, you're going to crawl off the sofa and underneath it. Okay, it is that. I don't know if I can do it. Go on in the video.
like this guy. I like his personality.
Okay, so you see on the screen here.
I like the scene.
Ruby introduces herself to Nick. I haven't pressed play yet. Okay, here we go.
The list
I'm telling you.
kind of is getting on my nerves, but that's not something you can control. But I like him.
And it's an introduction.
Seems fun. I think I'll check him out again. See what he's talking
You're probably more evil than I am.
I support
I probably
heavy.
could match your evil, but I am the most evil side of Gypsy. So,
It's weird because I do, and I don't be getting that back like I should. But
I do have a list of interests that I'm doing. I'd be one of them is getting in trouble. Doing some sorry whenever I get in trouble. That I call myself and
bunched
think
up on
that
me
my
again.
caring is broken. I am willing to do anything with you, sir. That includes murder. That includes rape. That includes beating up someone. And
Oh, her voice is so annoying. Okay, no more Gypsy. No more Gypsy because I can't with the voice. It's making me annoyed. Then you gonna make me mess up my head. Then see, my anxiety is up now because just Gypsy. Is this where we at? What we doing? Go to playlists. Let's see what we. She really got me. Oh, I shouldn't have did it. Something told me don't do Gypsy. Ugh. She got me real. A pastor. Okay. Do some true crime. Y'all cool with that? Y'all cool with that? Love and kisses to you too. That is so way. I like it when nice people come in the chat. Good vibes. All the time. I love it. Thank you. So y'all give me some hearts. I got 0 hearts, nothing. Hey, sister over here sewing, like, you know what I mean? I can't get it. Just tap the screen. It's free. It's free. The likes are free.
Where many described him as energetic, charismatic, and committed. To his supporters, he wasn't just a pastor, a leader, and a spiritual guide who left a real impact on the lives of those he ministered Everything was looking so promising, and then tragedy struck.
We're learning more about a church leader who died from injuries he suffered in a Dale County shooting last week. He was identified as Pastor Aquarius Green, shot during a suspected domestic squabble at a Level Plains home. News 4's Jacqueline Lambert with this story that's drawing some mixed reaction on social media. Jacqueline?
So I'm almost finished doing the columns on the side of the hat.
Aquarius Green served Elder Zion Missionary
the lines,
Baptist Church as its senior pastor.
Again, I should have made, my opinion, so far from where I'm getting. I just should have probably made it more puffy, like put in more pattern, but we gonna see. We gonna see how this gonna be. We gonna see. I think I'll like it at the end of the day when it's all done, you know.
Refused to testify against
especially
him.
since I'm so in love with the actual fabric.
Green struck a woman when she was pregnant. Records don't reveal if all of those charges involve the same alleged victim. It's also important to note that the court records do not indicate that the alleged victim is the same person who shot Green in Green's shooting. No charges have been filed, likely indicating authorities
believe it could have been
in self-defense. Typically, findings from these types of cases are turned over to the district attorney, who decides whether to present
so bad, y'all. I might have to get rid of y'all, YouTube. I get rid of all y'all, because ain't nobody talking or nothing. Ain't nobody hitting the like or nothing. But I might just play my music in my ear.
News of Pastor Green's passing
Unplug my
sent
heating
shockwaves
pad.
through his
What?
church and beyond.
You mean to tell me I gotta
Tributes
get up and
quickly
plug up my
flooded
heating
social
pad?
media, with members of his congregation
It's not
remembering
fair.
sermons that
I
changed
have
their lives,
cramps.
prayers he led during difficult moments, and the presence he carried behind
So I
the
gotta get around
pulpit.
this
For
tripod
many,
and not
his
knock
death
nothing down. I'm
message was
clumsy.
sudden. It was devastating.
Maybe I can go that way. If I go that way, I gotta go all the way.
My son had walked into a church where all his friends were sitting there with his Facebook thing of his being arrested. They still got the truth.
I just want some heat on my tummy.
I done heard all the
Come on.
news, saw everything that came on Facebook.
Plug
I
it.
just ain't said nothing because I know my son.
But as
Oh, I have
condolences
another plug
poured
over
in,
here.
questions began to surface. Online
Just thought of my.
rumors and
Can I do it
allegations
without?
started circulating, with some claiming that Pastor Green's wife may have been involved
I'm
in
probably
his
gonna.
arriving. These claims have spread rapidly across social media platforms, comment sections, and private forums.
I
Often
thought I was
without
about to crash
verified
out
facts.
because it's.
At this
Is
time,
that
it is important to
for?
be clear,
That's why stuff
there
is
has been
broke.
no
Cause
publicly confirmed criminal convictions that his wife caused his unaliving. What exists instead is speculation, online discussion, and growing demand for transparency. As more people began looking into
I'm gonna go
Green's
this way.
past, additional information surfaced online, including references to prior domestic disputes, protection from abuse filings, and legal actions, including multiple parties over the years. These findings have caused many to re-examine the narrative surrounding his life, his relationships, and the circumstances leading up to his passing. And that is where this story becomes complicated. Because while Pastor Green was celebrated publicly as a man of faith, court records paint a much more complex picture. One that includes allegations of domestic violence, repeated legal filings, and escalated conflict within intimate relationships. There are three sides to every story. Many people are wanting to know, why isn't she arrested yet? What is protecting her? Let's get into that, and then we're going to get into the people that are fighting for him.
He was shot by a woman with whom he had a romantic relationship with and shared at least one child. 3 domestic violence charges Green faced last year were dismissed because the alleged victim refused to testify against him.
Now, the wife posted last year, I keep people out of my personal business, but yes, I filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. God bless you all that have called and texted me. Cheers to a new journey. She filed a petition for protection on May 31st, stating that she was abused by her husband on 5/29/2024, 4/27/2024, and January 2nd, 2024. So those are the 3 incidents that they're referring to. She states in this report, my husband physically injured me while pregnant and twice in the last month, not pregnant.
Why
He
do
is
people
currently
post
suspended
on?
from work due to previous domestic violence
Oh, she got
charges
the police
and is
report.
upset due to it.
Not the
He is
same.
very insecure and jealous.
I'm
Well, a lot
not
of
telling
people
my
online
business
was
on
like, well, the
social
case
media.
was dismissed. Well, it was dismissed without prejudice, meaning a court case is temporarily closed, allowing the plaintiff, the one who filed the case, to file the same claim again later, often fixing issues or gathering more evidence, but they still must meet legal deadlines of that nature. Now, the case is dismissed without prejudice. What does that mean? PFAT means probable findings of abuse. So at an early stage, a judge found probable cause that domestic abuse likely occurred. This is a temporary.
I have a mission that I have to go on
This
today,
is not a conviction
and I have to
not
remember.
a final judgment. So the reason for it being dismissed
I'm gonna
without
need it
prejudice,
later.
the criminal DB charge was dismissed.
I have locks
The
and I
state
have
can
keys to
refile the
locks.
charge later. Common reasons include the victim being
I need 2
unavailable
locks.
or uncooperative,
I have 1 lock and 1
insufficient
key,
evidence at the
so I
time,
can
witness issues, or prosecutorial
lock up my
or
scooter.
procedural reasons.
3 domestic violence charges
Then
Green
I need
faced
another
last
lock
year
for
were
my locker.
dismissed because the alleged victim refused to testify against him.
And the lock
So this
that I
appeared on Facebook when I was looking
had in
up
my
the wife's
bag.
name, and it says, I've been real
The
quiet
the
because
keys I
what's
have
going on is none of y'all's business.
on my
And while
keys
everyone on
are
here
not
is
fitting
making
in.
threats to anyone defending her, I actually got stuff
So,
to move, so I'm not
I
about
have
to
to
go back
go
and forth with y'all on the internet.
to
But I
the
will
back,
say this, and I'm going to be real loud about
look
it.
through
I
my
stand with
tools,
control. And
find
I
another lock,
will make sure she's
and
straight no
hope,
matter how
hope.
much hate comes.
I have the, I'm sure I have one that I have the cute too.
Also, many people are saying that she
But I'm glad I didn't
unalived
get
him by pew-pewing
where I
him
needed to
in the
go.
back of his head while he was walking out of the home, placing his daughter in the car. This unaliving was allegedly
Without,
done right in
and
front of his
then
9-year-old
it's like,
daughter,
oh my
who
gosh,
had to run to safety
I don't have
from
another
the
lock for
police
my
in
locker.
order to get her father some help. This is all alleged.
That would have
I
been
am not
terrible.
in any
So
way, shape, or form
pre-trip,
taking
you got
sides,
pre-trip
but as a
everything.
domestic violence survivor myself
I'd be
and
like,
as
let me
an
check this bag
investigator,
again. Let
I
me
wanted
check
to take a
everything.
deep dive
Right
into
down the
this
list.
case. So
What
when
am I
I
supposed
looked
to
up the
have?
court documents for
Everything, we good, we
Pretoria
good.
and Aquarius, I saw two
And I
other
just
domestic
assumed that I
violence
had
cases
that
with
key
two
to that
other
lock on my
females, and I'm
keychain.
going to get into it.
Something said,
His
try the
ex-wife
lock.
Taylor Green and
Make sure.
2016. Aquarius forced himself on the tried to escape. He then asked to be kissed multiple times and said, I couldn't leave the home. He has been abusive verbally and physically since the day we married, and it is getting worse until I think he will
double up
unalive
for
me.
some reason.
He was ordered to stay away from his daughter, who was 1 at the time, and his then wife for 6 months. Then we have Jardine Hill, who filed her petition for protection from abuse.
Usually they
in
won't
March of
keep you away from the
2020.
children as
In her
well,
claim, she
just the
says, when I
mom.
stopped at a stoplight trying to exit the parking lot, the defendant came up to my car and tried to forcefully yank open my
This is
car
wasting
door,
too much
but it was
thread.
locked. He violently hit the window
Look at all
with
that
his
thread
fist
right there
in an
wasted.
apparent attempt to break it. He then got back into his
See how
car
strong
and
it
rammed the
is.
rear end of my car twice.
It's pretty strong.
The light then turned green,
It's almost
and I
like a
drove to
fishing line,
Walgreens
kind
and
of.
called the police,
Almost.
but the defendant was gone before they arrived. I
might be able to
previously
use
ended
some
our
of that too.
relationship in January 2020.
That's just too much there right there. I don't
because
want
of
to throw
his
that
abuse
piece
and his
away.
threats to unalive me. I swore out a warrant against the defendant, and he has charges pending
Embroidery
against him for
threads.
domestic violence in Montgomery Municipal Court. I genuinely
See how
fear
long
the
these
defendant will
strips are?
cause
That's how
further
much
abuse because
I end up.
I
That's what.
attempted
That's
to end
what.
our
That's the thing
relationship
I like
because
the
of the
least about this
defendant's
sewing
threats.
machine.
In the latest incident, I was
It
frightened
wastes
and
a
felt
lot of
compelled,
thread,
swore out
boy.
a warrant for his arrest. He has threatened to unalive me and told me that there would
They
be
be making
repercussions
you
if I had him arrested. I'm
think
afraid
twice
of the
about when
defendant
you
and believe I need a
gotta buy a
protection
thread you
order.
need. You
So
like the
there are
thread
3
you're
different
supposed to be
women with 3
using, like
different
the good
stories
thread,
over
like
the
the.
past 10 years dealing with the domestic violence
If it's for
situations
somebody else,
regarding the
then
past.
yeah. But
They were all dismissed
when it be my
without
own stuff,
prejudice,
I be like,
meaning
listen.
that they could be refiled at
Ooh,
any
baby.
time as long as the statute of limitations had not
Oh, that
expired.
sound
Now we
crazy.
have Tracy Palmer, who states that she was friends with Aquarius and she's taken up for him. She has this to say.
You mad because the daughter there. What's her name on Facebook?
Waves come in all shapes and sizes. Here's how to tell which kind of waves you have. Here's the thing, a lot of people don't even know they have wavy hair until their late 20s or 30s, usually because they've been using the wrong products for a while. Discovering and embracing your wavy hair is the first step. Next, it's time to figure out your unique wave pattern. Here's a quick breakdown.
I think that's
2
what
wave
I'm
waves are
really
loose and subtle, usually straighter near the root with
dreading the
soft ends
most,
and the length of
getting
hair.
to that
2
top
B
part,
waves have a more
because
noticeable
I
S-shaped
already
direction.
know I'm
2
going
C waves have a
to.
thick, defined S shape that might. My daughter was begging me for this
I could have
toothbrush,
did. I should have
and I
prepped it
finally
better.
got in stock. Ladies, my daughter is so obsessed with my top
But
plate toothbrush.
I'm gonna run a straight stitch through it
on the Today Show. It's gone viral
once I
all
get
over
finished.
social media since then. So by the time she wanted to get hers, they were.
Somebody know her name. Y'all put it up there because I ain't finna expose it.
Well, I said this.
But if y'all gonna know.
Hold on.
She on that probably.
I said this before. I'm not sure if you guys heard me or not, but I said, what time is it? Okay. I said the 50 Cent Clarissa thing. So you know that's BS, right? At the end of the day, because everybody wins, everybody get money. You know, they help change narratives and clean up images. And, you know, Clarissa kind of won some people with that because, oh, she did a clapback on 50 and she put him in his place and blah, blah, blah. But, oh, wait a second. Are we ignoring the part where she said, even though that's Remy Ma's husband, didn't you say Pap told you to chill and let him handle it? So why you still comment on it anyway? Nobody wants to say nothing about that. Okay, cool.
But y'all want to take up for her. Like, she ain't come on the scene trying to bully everybody. Anywho, but it's a play. You know, they're all, what is that Aiden tried to call Dochi? Industry plants. They all are.